I've lost it.
Hiya, I'm Róisín Murphy, and welcome to Is This Balearic Asking for a Friend? Right, so it's 8 a.m. This is the Salt Flats in Salinas in Ibiza. My first question that I will answer is, where do you get your energy from? Well, I would say, number one, I get it from music. I listen to music every day, every morning to get me going. I can pretty much do anything as long as I'm listening to music whilst I'm doing it. It's all up here, I think, the stamina. And it's because I love what I'm doing. So, will you be directing more videos in the future? I'd like to think so, yes, because I do enjoy directing very much. It's a totally different discipline to music making, and I love making visual. And so I could see myself doing a little bit more of that. Yes, thank you very much. Coffee of choice here is always a cortado. When is the album out? Good question. It's finally going to be out on the 8th of September, and I'm really excited. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. Thank you. You're right. Welcome to Festival Club. This place used to be a nightclub. It's now a gallery of sorts. And it's a bit apocalyptic. But yes, it's been abandoned a long time, since 1974, I think. I was only barely alive. So it's been said that Bob Marley actually played here. And yeah, it's being used now as a space for people's art. And it's amazing. With which adjectives would you describe the character of your singing voice? I'm a playful singer. I like to play with different styles, different cadences, and I'm very influenced by the way people sing now, or like rap. Influences the way that I sing. What's your all-time favourite memory from a gig? Well, I have to say that the last time we played in London at the Brixton Academy was amazing. And also, the recent gig at Glastonbury was great, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Were you watching that on the TV? Because it just felt like, well, it felt glorious, actually, at Glastonbury this year. Our band were really on top form. It was a very visual show. It came over really well on the TV, and I was super proud of it. So I think that's the freshest memory of an incredible gig. Tell us something about your visual campaign for your new album. Okay, well, the artwork for the new album is really, it started with finding some AI imagery by an artist called Beth Frey. And actually what we've done is we've photoshopped me into those images, so I kind of take on those characters that were invented in AI. And I work also with Braulio Amado on the graphics and the whole sort of visual thing. And he's really my main man that I bounce ideas off, that we discussed which images go where and what graphics go with it, and et cetera, et cetera. But the main thing was like, I wanted to place myself inside other people's AI dreams. And I didn't want to make them create AI images with me in, because they're too unstable and it never turns out looking like me. So what we did was, as I said, we just found these images and then I placed myself into the image. And in that way I felt like I was, surfing other people's surreal dreams. I wonder how they will react to me having a little sing-song. What do you think, lads? Shall I try? You are my heart's delight, and where you are, I long to be. You make my darkness bright, when like a star you shine on me. I think they quite like it, don't they? They're not running away, at least. What's your favourite flower? Well, much as I adore daisies, I'm going to have to go with roses, because my mother's name is Rose and my name means little rose, Róisín. Roses have always been used in poetry and they've always been used as a metaphor for love. And so it might sound obvious, but I'm going to have to go with roses. How do you describe your album in 3 words?
Well, it's soulful, it's surprising, and it's universal!
Which co-workers or collaborators have been most important to you throughout your career? Well, I have had so many amazing people work with me across the music, and I've been really lucky like that. But the first person that comes to mind has to be Eddie Stevens, who was Moloko's musical director all along. So he helped us create the live show, and he still is my MD now. And I made a couple of albums with him a few years ago, one called Hairless Toys and another Take Her Up to Monto. And it was a marvelous experience to work with him on a bigger project like that. But yeah, so many great people. I mean, Matthew Herbert was very important. He came in just at the right time when I was feeling most scared after the end of Moloko, and I wasn't sure whether I could do it any other way. And this guy, Matthew Herbert, came along and he said, I'll make a record for you. And he really saved my life. He really opened my mind and gave me lots of confidence to go on and do solo records after that. And right up to now, Cozy, you know, having the grace to make this record for me. It's incredible when I think about it that people are willing to collaborate with me so fully and give so much of themselves, and then let me take the record to you. Hiya. Welcome to Akasha. It's a wonderful little nightclub here near San Carlos in Ibiza, purpose-built, and it has no VIP, which means that everybody's here dancing together, loving the music, and that's the way it should be. So I love this place for that very reason. Anyway, moving on, what's the next question? Róisín, you seem to be someone who really loves club music and club culture. Could you share with us some of your favourite club experiences? Well, yes, I definitely have been to a few clubs in my time, and I've been taught an awful lot about music by DJs that I've known. And I think my favourite experiences is still in Sheffield, when I was just starting out making music, and I was going to clubs all the time in Sheffield. I was going to parties all the time. We were doing parties in like caves and lofts and basements and so on, and they remain, and I remember them as being the best nights ever, because I was surrounded by all my friends and I felt like I was in a family, and I really felt like it meant something. And we were kind of listening to the same DJs 2, 3, 4 times a week, same handful of DJs. And they always had something new to teach us, and it was a continuous story. And so I think that remains my favourite club cultural experience. I do like a factory. I'm a huge fan of Jonathan Meades, who made many, many amazing films for the BBC about architecture and just about the visual world that we live in. And he really taught me to use my eyes. And I get an incredible buzz looking at things and looking again. Here we are, my favourite place on the island. But I'm not going to tell you where it is because I don't want to blow up the spot. Okay, next question. What's your favourite Moloko album? That's a very tricky one to answer. There's good things about all of those records. But if I had to push it, I'd say it's a tight race between the first record we made, Do You Like My Tight Sweater, and the last one, which was called Statues. The first one is full of the exuberance of falling in love, of finding a creative outlet. It's full of joy. And the last one is a sadder record. It's a record that's really about the breakup of the band and the relationship that I had with the other main character in the band, Mark Bryden, who I owe everything to, who taught me everything that I needed to know about this making music stuff. So I love them both equally, and they bookend that whole adventure for me. And they're both really emotionally vibrant records, but they're just at totally opposite ends of the scale. So, we've come to the end of the world. Well, to the end of the island anyway, at the end of the day. Thank you for joining me on this little journey. Is this Balearic asking for a friend? And as the sun goes down, I want to thank you. Thank you for sending in all your lovely questions. I hope I answered them to the best of my ability. And thank you for being there. See you soon.